Well, here we are. You've seen some themes emerge tonight. We agree that grants are good, the comprehensive plan is great, deer and roundabouts aren't, that any path in the woods should be minimal, and that bikes don't belong in the woods. We also see that our Slate here is committed to doing everything it can to keep the farmers market where it is, that we are open to any use on the waterfront that makes it a dynamic and interesting place to be, and that we don't shut down uses or reject uses. Politics should be the art of the possible. It's not so interesting to talk about what we can't do, what we shouldn't do. Let's talk about what we can do, ought to do, and will do. On the waterfront, in the downtown, in our village. Enough already about what drives us apart. Let's find what keeps us together and make us a better community, and celebrate that instead. In 2 weeks, on January 27th, you have the chance to vote in the caucus, if you're a Democrat. The speeches start at 7:30, and the voting starts at 8:30 and proceeds for 2 hours. Voting involves a private ballot. And if you are tight for time, you can just come after 8:30 and between and before 10:30 and vote. And please do. We know elections can be very close things, and every vote, your vote, counts. Thank you and good night.
I am really proud to be running with two people who truly understand the critical need in this village to run an open, transparent government that communicates well and listens to its citizens, a government that seeks to build partnerships across borders and political lines, and a government that understands that we may not always agree with each other on the details, but that we share a common love for this village that we can begin to build consensus around. This is a goal that the three of us all share. As a professional architect and planner, I like to get things done. While I certainly attend my share of meetings, I sometimes find myself saying, enough talk, let's see some action. Our Slate shares this desire to be pragmatic and action-oriented. Every time we as a village come up with a long-term goal, I pledge to you that we will seek a way to get something done right away, in the short term, that will make that long-term goal more achievable. In these troubled economic times, we need to seek leaders who can step back and look at the big picture. For every Band-Aid fix, there's a better, more holistic, and more creative way that a problem can be solved that will mean more cost savings in the future, a more responsive government, and a better quality of life for all of us. Finally, I, like most of you, was really inspired, indeed fired up by the Obama campaign. I believe we all owe it to our new president to become more engaged in all levels of government. Let's begin in our own community. I'm willing to work hard for Hastings, and I expect you to get involved too. I'm planning to reach out to all of you to make sure that everyone who wants to can also give back to their community. Won't you please join us and vote for us to make Hastings an even better place? Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this upcoming election does matter. It does matter who's entrusted with our village government and how qualified they are to face the responsibilities to come. Here's why it matters to me and what I seek. I seek to ensure that Hastings is a good steward of our landscape and the river. I seek to have a waterfront development that gives people access to the river and creates a community destination there. To support the village downtown and to improve it, to make it, like the waterfront, a community destination. To have a fully inclusive and thorough process of comprehensive planning that brings us together around the values of the entire community. To aggressively seek out means of efficiency and cost effectiveness in government. To keep Hastings mindful of its youth and its seniors, something we didn't talk about tonight. To make Hastings a giving, caring place to grow up and to grow old. We are a community that's very adept at saying no. Individuals or groups always arise to point out what is wrong with a given proposal. This critical function is very important, and those who practice it most actively have done the village a vital service over the years. We should continue it. The problem arises when saying no, undermining action or improvement, is the only thing that we do. Hastings politics is weak at building consensus around positive action. We have a system of multiple vetoes. We need a system of multiple agreements and constructive decisions. We need to lighten up on the polarizing and concentrate on producing solutions. We need leaders who can get past the vetoes and get something done. I believe that Peter Swiderski, Meg Walker, and I are the best qualified by experience, expertise, and temperament to provide that leadership and to move this special village forward. Thank you.